My first question is, why are procurement teams struggling to be strategic?
Well, procurement teams can be very, very strategic, super strategic actually. And why is that? I mean, procurement teams actually enable a company to reach its strategic goals. And how do they do that? I mean, it's pretty straightforward in principle, but not in practice. They make sure that companies buy the right things at the right time for the right price. And with that, they essentially enable the company to improve the working capital, improve visibility into spend, and save money. That's not what makes it strategic. What makes it strategic is actually that the capital and the time that's released can actually be used to coming up with a winning strategy or executing the winning strategy. So procurement teams are super strategic because they release time, they release capital, which can then be invested into a winning strategy. This all sounds fancy and fine. What we all know is that there's a number of roadblocks. There's a number of things which make it very difficult. And of course, I mean, to be really strategic, the procurement teams and the procurement leaders need to remove these roadblocks.
So how can procurement build the business case with the CFO to secure greater investment in procurement technology, do you think?
Well, two things come to mind, data and analytics. I mean, what impresses, I think, any CFO is a fact-based analysis, and then above all, fact-based recommendation. And that is the kind of, I would say, the biggest roadblock for kind of procurement to become really strategic. So how do you get to that kind of fact-based recommendation, which then leads to action? And today, I mean, we've come a long way, and we are starting to have the tools. And essentially, it's all about capturing the data, and it's about capturing all the spend. So capture 100% of the spend the company spend, and you need to have 100% of the suppliers in your system. You need to have 100% of the invoices on your system. And when you have that 100% visibility, that's where you actually can become really, really strategic.
What were some of your highlights from today's?
I think, I mean, first of all, it's obviously fantastic to get away from, your daily things and just sit down and listen. You get those impressions that what's happening around the world. I mean, the beginning of the day was pretty gloomy and scary, but having that insight is just super thought-provoking, and I mean, at least I go back with a lot of energy.